All right, here's that Sawyer Flats location. This is how they do around here. I guess they've roped off this area too, so that when they're doing construction and just dropping stuff off the balconies, it doesn't crash into you. But this is where the fire was. Now, this whole building was condemned, or at least I think it still is. But that long fence there is there to prevent you from walking close to the condemned building. But you can see this apartment seems to have burned way out. And yeah, I'm not sure what the compensation package is from Sawyer Flats when they have a fire in their apartments. Oh, and there's sprinkler systems all over, but that apartment, it didn't matter because it just burned out. Look at it. It's severely burned out. Let me see if I can zoom in and get a good image, but you can see they just started redoing the decking there. But imagine, it's all charred down here. So their sprinkler system didn't work, apparently, or it didn't effectively stop the fire from spreading and doing more damage. And again, this building is huge. Look, they're all big buildings here with a bunch of apartments in them. But if you just happen to have a fire from your neighbor, on the other corner, they'll condemn the whole building and you'll be out of it. At least that's what it looks like they did, because when I walked over there just after the fire happened, which they didn't make any announcements about that. They didn't tell us about any of this. This is all grapevine stuff. We had to do our own neighborhood talk and figure out what happened. But when they did, I walked over there and I could see all the apartments were closed. All the doors had notices on them that said evicted or not evicted, but condemned. So there weren't people living in that building for a little while. I don't know if they finally got to move back in, but for at least a while they were displaced. Oh, and it houses a lot of police here. That's not a good thing. That's a bad thing. Police aren't really good people, generally. It attracts a certain group, So anyway, there's cute squirrels. It's a cute property, but I'm telling you, it's just a honeypot. It's just something that lures you in, and then they start taking money from you, and they start taking your car, and they start doing this and that and extorting you. One person was visiting her, a social worker friend of mine was visiting a veteran of hers, and she said while her colleague was here with a government vehicle, it got towed while she was on a visit without anybody notifying her. It just got taken away. That's how they do around here. That's how they do. Oh, and like this spot here, it's not reserved. That spot's not reserved, right? You can park here, but like if you have a 9-to-5 job, you're going to be competing with everybody else. Oh, and look, somebody's doing that. That's so funny. And these say they're reserved, those. This one isn't, but this is handicapped, so yeah, you just got to be careful with this place. It's a huge property, but it's terrible. I mean, they make a mess of it, and they treat you bad. Now, it wouldn't be bad if look, I'd tolerate it. I'd put up with it. In fact, I did put up with it and didn't complain. But before my car was taken, I didn't complain. And when my car was taken, it wasn't like they were compassionate or cared. They just said, oh yeah, here's the paperwork. We have all the pictures that your car was taken. They didn't tell me. I had to find out a month later. So my building is back there, right? Everywhere we need to go is either in that direction over there, behind these buildings and where I just came from, or in that direction this way, which, again, if I could show an x-ray view, that's it. My car was parked over here in this parking lot. This is not a direction that I would normally walk for any reason, but this is the general parking lot. This is the open one that you don't have to compete for parking spaces for. It's not in the way of anything. And so, my car was over there, parked for 8 months, just fine, until one day they decided, you know what, we're going to pull it out and and tag it, and then 2 days later we're going to tow it without telling them. So the leasing office had all the information. They just never told me, and their negligence cost me my car getting towed, which I still haven't got back today. And it's 1:30 in the afternoon on August 19th, and they towed it in June. Now, I didn't find out until July because they didn't tell me. They didn't even tell me my car was in any kind of violation or any kind of danger. After sitting it there for 8 months, me thinking it's all good, everything's fine, they decided, no, it's not anymore. We're going to take it. So I'm not sure why they would do that, but kind of pathetic. So, but yeah, now a lot of times this trash can's way overflowing. They have a really bad time with valet trash around here. You'll smell it as you're walking around. You'll smell neighbors' trash just sitting outside waiting to be taken by the valet. Sometimes they won't take it. Like I said, there was one guy that said, I was signed up for it. I didn't want to sign up for it. They signed me up for it. And then they don't take it. So, a lot of good greenery here. It's just a shame that the people that work here are terrible people. And Highmark Residential is just a terrible company. You know, it's a shame. It's a shame. Anyway, I'll talk to you next time. Thanks for watching.